Hi, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. It's Sunday, and it's time for a Sunday walkabout. All right, guys, so I want to start out with some beautiful blooms I'm still seeing here in the day before official start of the fall season, guys. This is a strawberry candy daylily. You guys know I'm a fan of daylily. I love the fact that they have all the colors in the rainbow except for blue, and they look really, really nice. They are all reblooming daylilies in my yard. This strawberry candy here is looking absolutely amazing. Got it from Lowe's, and it's been blooming. You can see all those were blooms that were done. And you can see this is today's bloom. And behind that guy, you can see there are going to be more blooms in the next couple of days. Next up, this beauty here is the Love and Peace Rose. This is a rose that I bought as bare root from Walmart, and they do really, really well in my garden. You guys know all my roses except for the knockout roses came from Walmart, and they all do well. Now look at this beauty here. This is when the bud is not open yet, and then when it's slightly open here, and then when it's fully open. What a beauty, guys. And it smells absolutely amazing. Let me know if you have this beauty here, the Love and Peace Rose. Another one of the Immortality German bearded iris is blooming. Remember earlier on, another one was blooming and I was so excited about it. But here, this one is in a bed that is in that long front center bed. That's where this guy is at, and he is blooming. I'm really, really happy because I didn't expect it to bloom because it really wasn't doing too much. And I have another one on the other side that wasn't doing too much. And then one day they just began to bud up. I love this guy. It's really nice, pure white. And if you come closer, you can see in the middle of it has a little bit of some fuzzy yellow guys right here. Looks really, really nice in my garden. You guys know I'm a fan of irises, especially the bearded iris. You might have seen this guy here in a short, and it was actually a plant of the week not too long ago because of these beautiful purple berries. This is the Pearl Glam Beauty Berry, guys. Got this from Proven Winners Direct online 2 years ago when I was going through plant withdrawal, and there were no plants in the stores. I saw this guy on sale in a 1 quart. And it hurt me to buy it for $13. I think I bought it for $13 or $14 in a 1 quart on Proven Winners Direct. And I complained about it, but I still bought it anyway. And this guy here has done so well. One of the best performing plants in my garden, and it's definitely worth the money now, right? Look at these beautiful purple berries, which the birds absolutely love. This guy here is a perennial. I have it in the sun up until around 3 o'clock, and it seems to love it. Now I'm going to have to move it. Because as you remember in one of my last Sunday walkabouts, or even a plant of the week, I mentioned that I had to move this bed because it was too close to my area that I have my septic area. So it has to go because I want the guy, when they come and they deal with the septic issue, whatever it is, that they have easy access. And I totally forgot about it. I put a garden bed right next to it. But in any case, this is the Pearl Glam Beauty Berry. Let me know if you have this guy in your yard. Now this beauty here, it blooms in late spring to early summer. These white, really white flowers. And then in the fall, this is the beauty of what it looks like, guys. Look who's still blooming. This thing here has been impressing me so much. I don't even know what else to say about it, but what I do know is that I will be buying more next year. This is the Chapel Hill Lantana, guys. You might remember when I bought it, and I said to myself, is this guy going to come back? Because all the other lantanas that they say were hardy to zone 8 never came back for me. This beauty here, I bought it as a 2 quart, guys. No joke. It was a Vigoro 2 quart from Home Depot, I believe. It was $8.98. And again, I complained, oh my God, this is $8.98 for a 2 quart. But I still bought it anyway, right? And look at how this guy has performed in my garden. The butterflies absolutely adore it. It's in full sun and it is looking amazing. It's hardy from zones 8. I hope it comes back. What I will do though is I will move it because as you can see, it's taken over the whole bed. It actually is taken over and actually causing a problem with my my royal candle Veronica. So that's not good. But I didn't want to touch it and do anything, right? I didn't even want to cut it back because I was scared that I don't know what the issue was. But in any case, I definitely recommend this beauty here. I can't wait until next year to see if it actually comes back. But this is the Chapel Hill Lantana, guys, doing amazingly well as a 2 quart. That is pretty much like, I would say, at least 20 times the size that I bought it. Let me know if you have lantana in your yard. I don't talk a lot about knockout roses, but you guys know I do have them in my yard. Right now, this beautiful this cherry red here is a really nice, very reliable plant. I cut it back a couple of weeks ago, and this thing has been just blooming and blooming. It's like the more you cut it back, the more it does well. This guy's a full sun plant. You know the knockout series. They have the coral, they have the red, they have the yellow. I have all three. They do absolutely amazing in my yard. The Beyond Midnight Bluebeard is looking great as well. You guys know this is another plant I bought the same time I bought that Pearl Glam Beautyberry, and they are just doing absolutely amazing. This guy here is loved by the pollinators, and it's one of the plants that will take me all the way down to the fall. Now, I know they have a pink version, but I have this blue. It's a little purpley blue, and you can see the bees are all on this guy, guys. Let me know if you have Beyond Midnight Bluebeard. This guy should be coming up as a plant of the week because this one is going to be a standout in the garden as everybody else is going to sleep. Finally, on the blooming front, this is the Autumn Joy Sedum. You guys know I'm a fan of this. It is my favorite plant in the garden for so many reasons, and this guy's in full bloom right now. It's absolutely amazing. Now, you might have seen it in a plant of the week earlier, because this is one of the guys that's outdoing everybody else because of these beautiful blooms. This is in full sun. It's easy to propagate. It does not like a lot of water, loved by the pollinators. And this beauty here does really, really well in my garden. Let me know if you have the Autumn Joy Sedum. All right, guys. So I finally finished with my cardboarding of the backyard. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know the reason I'm doing this. You know I'm not a fan of grass, and you know that I've had some wood chips down, and after the wood chips were looking great, then all of a sudden, once the heat of summer came, a lot of grass and weeds were coming through the wood chips, even though I put 6 inches of wood chips down. So what I ended up doing was I put cardboard down again, and I'm going to call the people at Chip Drop. I've had 2 chip drops before, and I love them. They always come within a day or 2. I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to wait for the leaves to fall, because then the leaves will help me to give one more buffer for all those weeds and grass that are still trying to come through before I put the wood chips down. So I ran out of cardboards from in my house and from my family, and I had to go to a lot of the Dollar General area and, you know, kind of go into their little recycling area and grab a bunch of stuff, open the back of my car and throw it in there. So this is what this is looking like right now. All right, guys, so I'm so happy to report that I had a very successful year with the Monarch butterfly this year. This is the remnants of the butterfly weed that the caterpillars have chowed all the way down to the sticks. And those little white things that you're seeing there, those are all the seed pods that opened up, and I collected some seeds. This year is the first year I've seen so many monarchs, but it makes sense because when I first started with, trying to, gather more monarchs, I only had 1 plant. And from that 1 plant, it actually, when the seed pods burst, when these guys burst open and they the wind blows them all over the yard, I have them everywhere now. So the more plants I have, the more I'm going to be seeing the butterflies. This was not even the original plant. This was something that, look where it is. It's actually at the edge of this bed, right? It just landed there, I guess, the year before. And then this season in 2025, I looked and this plant was right there. So I'm going to pull it up, but it definitely produced a lot of caterpillars, hence more of the monarchs for me this year. Let me know if you've seen a lot of monarchs in your yard. Moving on to my edible garden, guys. Now, if you remember, I got this beautiful raised bed from the folks at Vago Garden, and it is ready to go. I filled it up with a lot of organic matter at the bottom and a lot of dried leaves. And then I reused a lot of the soil that was in those grow bags to fill it up. So it's ready to go. I am wondering if I'm going to plant anything in the fall, because a lot of the things that are actually great to plant now, I don't actually eat. And I've actually learned that I need to plant what I love, not just what I'm not planting for fun. I'm planting for something that I really am going to eat. And a lot of things like collard greens and lettuce and all those things I don't like. I eat them, but I don't love them enough to plant them. But I still am, I still have time to plant something if I need to. But I just wanted to show you that this bed here is ready to go. Let me know if you have any of these types of beds and how they do in your yard. All right, guys, I want to give you an update on my container garden. You know that this is a little area here that I have on the back of my closed-in porch by the bench. And it is mostly annuals here, but I do have some perennials and shrubs in here. Now, the first thing you might see is this guy here is not doing great, and that's because it went days without watering, and I don't even know if it's going to make it. This is a little grape butterfly bush that I'm hoping they did not die. But what's looking great is this lantana here. This is an annual lantana. This was not the chapel hill like I showed you earlier. Those are doing great. No worries there. This calibrachoa here is doing great too, right? That's doing great. This California elephant ear back here is doing great. What's not doing great, and it's expected because it's a canna lily, are these guys here. These canna lilies here, they got their leaf roller. I don't have to dig my canna lily up out the ground, but if I have it in a container, it won't come back. So I have to make a decision if I want to wrap this up in some paper and put it in a cool place in the garage or something, or let it go. Right? What's also looking great are my petunias. This is, I believe it's a wave petunia. One of my favorite, this is not a regular petunia because those ones I don't really like, but the wave petunias, they do really well, right? And there was something else in this pot that didn't make it, which is why the wave petunia is the only thing here. This is my Mexican heather, which I love, but it's also in the pot with another set of canna lilies that are not doing great. But because fall is tomorrow and we're going to start seeing a lot of fall stuff in the stores, I'm so excited to see pansies. I'm so excited to see, violas and the ornamental kale and cabbage. I can't wait because this is definitely time to switch out these summer containers. All right, guys, there are a couple more things I definitely want to do as the season's beginning to change. I'm actually going through the garden and really examining what I need to move, what's going to go where, what's going to get divided, and what will probably I will take out or give away or something like that. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do, I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to move this Canyon Creek Abelia, because I need it to be more in an area where it gets the glory it needs. This guy here is one of the best performing plants in my yard. It does absolutely amazing. It's evergreen in my yard. The bees, the butterflies love it, but it's in the back here and I'm not really liking where it's at, right? But what's going to happen once I cut it back down to probably 12 or 18 inches, I'll decide where to put it. Somewhere will get a little bit more glory. So that's going to move. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to move or divide this into maybe three. This is the Mexican petunia, and this guy is doing really, really well. It is so big. It just looks out of place. It's too big for here, right? So I'm going to really divide it, and it looks like I can divide it into maybe 3 or 4 plants. I'll leave one here and find somewhere to put it. It does really, really well in my yard. You might have seen it as one of the plants of the week, and you probably see it in a short. Love it because it is loved by the pollinators, especially the bees and the hummingbirds. But I'm definitely going to divide this guy. I'm likely going to move all these daylilies. They're too small to be in the back. One of the reasons I had put them there in the first place, because this area kind of stays semi-moist, and daylilies love to stay moist. But in the grand scheme of things, it shouldn't be in the back row. So I'm definitely going to move these daylilies. Same thing with this, guys. These are the Cat's Meow Nepeta, which I love, and they do absolutely amazing in my yard. But again, they're too low, they're too small for them to be in a back bed. I'm also going to move some roses out of here. I want to put the roses in one area. Now, this is a double knockout rose, I believe, that, I mean, they do okay here. The knockout rose does better than the double knockout, if you ask me. But I'm definitely going to move those guys around. I might actually move this Proven Winners Periwinkle butterfly bush from here as well. The point is, I want to move a lot of the things that are good for butterflies and hummingbirds. I want to bring them closer to me, because when I'm trying to catch them in action, it's hard because they're already far away. I can always zoom in and everything, but I think I'm going to bring it in the front bed. So this is a periwinkle. It's in the back bed, but I think I'm going to bring it in that bed in the front, right there. I'm so happy to see all my elephant ears doing well, guys. These are mammoth elephant ears that are doing absolutely amazing. I bought the bulbs at Sam's Club, and they are huge. Now, again, you might have seen this guy here in a short. I don't think I made it a plant of the week, but I think I put it in a short. But they do well. They're in an area that the water runs off to it because they like to stay moist. But look at how huge this foliage is, guys, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, I might move it from here a little bit because I'm going to turn this area here is kind of like, it's a bit too much, and I'm kind of just going to give up on it and let it just be an area that I use with the weed whacker. So I'm going to move these guys from here and probably put it closer to an actual bed to separate it from the rest, because this area here, I'm just going to weed whack it and just keep it low. But look at this beautiful mammoth elephant ear. All right, guys, in preparation of planting in the next couple of days, I've started to stock up on my pine bark soil conditioner. This guy I always get from Lowe's. I always make sure I have 1, 2, 3 bags in my yard, because for every hole that I dig, I put this in that hole. I have clay. I'm in Georgia. I automatically have clay. But I don't really complain about it because this guy really works. For every hole that I dig, this is 50-50 mixed with the clay. What this does is minimizes the compaction. Now, clay compacts really, hard. So what happens is that this allows it not to compact, and it helps with the aeration. So this is really, really great, because obviously the good thing about clay that people don't really talk about is that clay is one of the most nutrient dense soils. It's great. So I don't have to add anything to my soil. I only fertilize my soil twice a year. That's one thing. 2, it holds water longer. It holds moisture longer. So I don't have to water my plants all the time because it's holding on to the moisture longer. The plants don't need me as much. And especially in the summer when it's really, really hot and it rains, that moisture is maintained longer. So this guy here comes in pretty handy, guys. I talk about it all the time. And when I start planting and I'm really showing you me planting, you're going to see exactly how I use this guy. I always get it from Lowe's. I never see it anywhere else. I don't know if anywhere else sells it, but this is what I have. Let me know what you use in your soil as an additive. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for me here in the garden this Sunday. Let me know what you think. I'm so happy that tomorrow is the first day of fall. Hopefully you're as excited as I am for the cooler temperatures, for all that comes with fall, the fall planters, the pumpkin, the violas, pansies, snapdragons, ornamental kale, pumpkin spice, everything with that. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.